Hello everyone, welcome to your favorite CAP channel quantifiers. So in today's DILR set, we are going to discuss a very good set based upon DI. So it also tests you on the logical part and it also tests you on the calculation. So it is a very good set overall. So like always, before we move forward, this is the overview of the courses we provide. Our new batch is starting soon. So if you wish to join in, you can join with the link given in the description. Now, what is the set all about? Let's read the set once. So the set says, the following table gives the number of students across 6 different classes of Pune Modern School in 2010 and 11. So in 5th class, if there are 100 students here, there are 125 students here in 11 and so on and so forth, right? No student leaves the school before passing out in class 10. So whosoever has entered here will leave only here. The person is stuck. The person cannot leave at any point. He can pass, he can fail, he can do anything. But if he has entered the school in class 5, he will exit only at class 10 and he cannot exit before. Right? The student who fail in a class will repeat the class. So will study in the same class. Very well. Right? So if I have to understand this data, what can I say? Can I say that these 125 students can be those students who have entered the school? यानी जो 105 students हैं, these are those students, new students, right? Or they can be those students who failed in 2010, who failed in 2010. So that if let's say hypothetically 30 students failed, then I will say 95 students joined. If 40 students failed, I will say 85 students joined, and so on and so forth. Similarly, who will study here? देखो 2000, let's say 65 है, 65 ये कैसे बना होगा? People are studying in 2011. Can I say these are those people who are promoted from class 6th? So basically passed in class 6 in 2010 obviously, or these are those students who failed in class 7 in 2010. So basically जो बच्चे यहाँ से फेल होके यहाँ पे आएंगे या बच्चे यहाँ से प्रमोट होके यहाँ पे आएंगे, this 65 constitutes of two things, right? So each and every variable constitutes of two things: students who passed in 2010 and students who failed in 2010, basically, right? So let me just try to build my data on this points only. That students who passed in 2010 and students who failed in 2010. Let me just think over these lines. So my first question asks me that how many students, what is the maximum number of students who join in classes? Okay. Now, if I have to think upon this, okay, if I have to think upon this, I can either go with some hit and trial method, but can I say this will include a lot of possibilities because everything is interconnected from first step to second step and across 5th to 9th, 5 classes are there. Sorry, 5th to 10, 6 classes are there in fact, right? So what should I do? I think that we should then, introduce a variable somewhere and then we should interconnect everything so as to get some range or something like that. So I don't know who has joined here. So let me just start from the end point. Okay, let me just start from the end. So this 47, let me talk about this. अब 47 कैसे बना होगा? We have already discussed that. Student who failed in 10th in 2010 plus students who were promoted from 9th in 2010. So this 47 is made up of two things. Let's say that X student fails. मैं मान लेता हूँ कि let's say X student fail हुए हैं मेरे. अगर X students fail हुए हैं मेरे, ठीक है यहाँ पे, which means in 2010 when 34 students participated in exams, X student failed and they X came here. If X student failed out of 34, then how many students passed? Student passed are 34 minus X. Right? Now what this 47 is made up of? 47 is made up of this X plus students who were promoted from class 9. So students who were promoted from class 9 were 47 minus X. So basically these 47 minus X student passed in class 9th. So these 47 minus X student passed in class 9th. So if these students passed in class 9th, how many students were there? 45 students were there. These students passed in class 9th. So students who must have failed are 45 minus 47 minus X, right? So this comes out to be X minus 2. Now x minus 2 students are here who have failed, which means this 50 consists of two parts. One, these x minus 2 students who failed plus those students who passed from class 8th. So basically the student who passed from class 8th are nothing but 50 minus x minus 2, right? 50 minus x minus 2, right? So this is basically x minus 2. So this is 52 minus x. This comes out to be 52. Now these are the number of students who passed. So if these are the number of students who passed in this class, the number of students who failed are 60 minus this, right? 60 minus 52 minus x. So that gives me x plus 8. Similarly, if these students have failed and are here, which means out of 57, the students who were promoted are 57 minus x minus 8. So this is 49 minus x. Now out of 68, if these students have passed, then the students who have failed are x plus 19. Now this x plus 19 are those students who are appearing here. So which means the students who are promoted were 65 minus x minus 19. 46 minus 6. Similarly, 82 minus 46 minus, 75 minus 46 minus 6. X plus 29. 82 minus x plus 29. So this is 53 minus x. And then 100 minus 53 minus x. So this is x plus 47. Now, this is the information I have sorted, and now my life is very much easier. Why? Because I know that x is obviously a natural number. Okay? Or an integer, in fact. Sorry, whole number. X is 0 or greater, right? Can I say these students cannot be negative? So the minimum value x can take is 2. So x has to be greater than or equal to 2. And the maximum value x can take is 53. No, it will be negative. The maximum value it can take is 34. Because if I put a value more than 34, it will be negative. So this is equal to 4 over here. So x is ranging from 2 to 34. Right. Now let's see what is asked to me. What is the maximum possible number of students who joined in 2011? So if I want to maximize the number of people who joined in 2011, I would want to minimize the number of people who have failed, because जितने कम लोग फेल होंगे उतने ही तो ज्यादा लोग ज्वाइन करेंगे. So कम से कम कितने लोग फेल होंगे? 2 लोग फेल होंगे. Right. So if the number of failed people are 2 plus 47, that is 49. Which means the new people who joined are 125 minus 49, that is 76. Right. So the answer to first question is 76. Okay. Let's move to the second question. In 2010, which of the following is not the possible percentage of pass class 6? So class 6 में pass होने वालों की possible percentage क्या नहीं हो सकती? Okay. So the values are 60, 16. I have to calculate the minimum and maximum. So what is the maximum people who have passed? Maximum people who are passed is, if I let minimum people fail, or 46 minus 2, 44. Okay, 46 minus 2, 44 is the maximum number of people who can pass. So 44 upon 75 into 100, it will give me 75, 25, 3, 4, 3, 14.66. So it is giving me somewhere around 58.7. So basically this is possible value. This is possible value, which means which possible value is not there? 60 is not possible. So 60 is not possible. Let me also check for the minimum value. If I want to check for the minimum value, I would want that ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चे fail हो जाए. Okay, I would want that maximum student should fail in 2010. So the maximum student who can fail in 34. If I put it as 34, right? So if I am putting in this as 34, 34 plus 29, 63. The remaining kids are 12. So 12 upon 75 into 100. 16% is the minimum number of people who will pass. So 16 can also exist. 16 can also exist, not a possible pass percentage. So minimum number is 75. 25, 3, 4, 4, 4, 16. So 16 is the minimum number. So 16 is possible. 58.66 is also possible. So which value is not possible? 60 value is not possible here. Let's move to the third question now. In 2010, so third question says that in 2010, the number of students who passed in class 6 was more than the number of students who failed in class 9. So basically जो 6th के बच्चे क्या हुए, 6th के बच्चे जो पास हुए हैं, पास कितने बच्चे हुए, 46 minus x. This is greater than the number of students who failed in class 9th. This is greater than x minus 2. So basically 2x is less than 48 and x is less than 24. So the number of students who have failed are less than 24. So the number of value of x is less than 24 according to this condition. Then what is the minimum pass percentage of class 8th? Class 8th minimum pass percentage. So if I have to minimize the number of pass people, what I'll do? I would want to maximize the number of people who have failed. So if I am maximizing the number of people who have failed, I will put x as 23. In any ways, it is 29. So basically 29 is the number of people who can pass. 29 out of what? 29 out of 60 people can pass. So what answer this gives me? This gives me somewhere around 40, 30 is 50, 20, 48.33. Okay, 50 30, a little less than 50, 48.33 around the answer, right? The last question. In 2010, if the pass percentage in class 9th was 60%, so in class 9, 60% of students have passed. So in 9th, 45 students are there, 45 plus 60% is 27. So this 47 minus x students which have passed are equal to 27. X is then 20. Okay. Then what was the pass percentage of class 5th? Pass percentage of class 5th was 53 minus 20. That is 33. 33 upon 100, which means 33%. So answer is none of these. Right. So this completes my set. What did we learn from this set? We learned that if you will use variables in interconnected things, you will reach to your result as soon as possible. Okay, with this, I'll finish my set of the day. If you liked it, please do subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day.